Hey YouTube, this is Gracie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a Disneybounding Captain Hook greeting card. I feel like this card once again can be for anything, a thinking of you card, a happy birthday card, sending happy thoughts kind of card, anything you want it to be. And I'm going to actually be showing you guys how to make the entire card today. I'm going to be starting off with a mini card once again. I think I'm going to make this into a series, so next week stay tuned because I will be making another mini Peter Pan inspired card. Now that could be any character from the Disney cartoon Peter Pan movie. So this card, I took my 5.5 by 4 inch card and cut it pretty much in half, or almost completely in half. Then I took Captain Hook's colors, which I decided to go with a little bit darker, richer colors than the cartoon version. So in that case, I took a purpley maroon color and put that on the very back side. Then I layered on a piece of white cardstock and pop dotted that. Also, I tore off the edges to make it look more like his ruffled collar, kind of like in this picture here. Then I layered on a darker red paper on top. And I glued on a bunch of these little gold bits and pieces here with the wax melting stamp with a bunch of little wax dots throughout, just to add some really fun gold accents, which on camera aren't showing as gold as they are in person. Then I did a little bit of ribbon here, which is black, to represent his hair or his mustache or anything black on his person. On the inside I left blank, but I added something kind of interesting on the inside as well, just to make it look a little bit darker, richer, more piratey. I took a piece of black cardstock, ran it through an embossing folder, and used my gold artsy putty and just dabbed it on with my finger. On the back side, I did my own G logo with, again, the wax stamp. And I'll go ahead and show you guys how to make that now. So I again took my card, cut it in half. Then all I'm going to do is tape down or glue down a piece of purpley maroon cardstock. Where did I put that glue? Going to just glue that on to the 4 corners because I don't want it to, you know, warp or look crazy. So I'm just dabbing that on and flipping that over onto the card itself. And try to be as precise as you can. In my case, I did cut the cardstock a little bit bigger than the card because I kind of liked less of the white to show. So I wanted to make sure that that did not show. And by using the glue, it does allow you to move things around a little bit more because it's still wet. And that makes it easier to make sure you have it even. The next step is to cut your piece of white cardstock and then tear off the edges so it looks like his ruffled shirt. Then add approximately 4 pop dots onto the back side. And before you place that down onto your card, you want to use some black ribbon or black twine and just kind of allow some extra couple inches for allowance to make the bow and just wrap it. Oh, actually, I'm doing 1 step too far. We have to put down the red piece first. So you're going to take a really small piece of dark red cardstock, and again, we're going to glue that onto the white, just a few dots here and there. And before you do this, you'll want to add the wax and the glass gold pieces onto it, but for the sake of making this video a little shorter, I'm going to just leave it like this. Now we will go ahead and wrap the twine around it. Again, leave some extra allowance there and just wrap it until you like it. And ooh, I did some extra ribbon here, so we'll run with that. And just kind of do it like so. And then all I did was double knotted it so that way I don't have to worry about, you know, the bow coming out. So we'll go ahead and double knot that like so. Try to not do it so tightly so it doesn't curl up your edges. And just a cute little simple, I can't do it on video, of course. Simple little bow, like so. Oh boy. Trying to be all cutesy and do it on the video, and of course it's not going to work. like, okay, well, we're gonna leave it and run with it. So we're gonna make it more of a tassel look here. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and attempt to show you guys how to do the wax stamp here. So let's go ahead and move that ribbon so we don't set that on fire. All you'll want to do is use a lighter and light that up and let the wax just kind of drip onto your surface, and it's not going to work. This is going to be fun. Very long video. Lighting things on fire. There we go. So it's not going to work with my time restraint here. But as you can see, that's actually how I did a lot of these smaller dots across the surface here, all these little dots here. That's basically how I did it. I just set down the corner of it and spread it all the way across, just little dots here and there. And from there, after you get a large dollop of that wax, you'll use your metal stamp here and just put it down. Take a couple of seconds to let it cool off and then peel it away. And that's all you'll do for the surface. I ended up using mainly gold, but I did use some of the silver here. Then I went through and used some dimensional clear drying glue and just dabbed it across and made just kind of whatever design I wanted to make. And I layered on this kind of glass, let's see here, the Recollections glass glitter in gold and a little bit of silver as well. And this one was the Stampendous silver crushed glass glitter. And then you'll want to take off your backings of your pop dots here, just like so. And you can add a couple more in the middle if you'd like. It's really not necessary. And you'll want to just place that down on top. And even though we don't have a bow and we just have a tassel with one piece of glue or wax there, it still looks kind of cool, doesn't it? So the next piece you'll want to do is the inside back of your fronts there. So go ahead and flip that around. And all I did was took, like I said, a black piece of cardstock, and I'll put the measurements down in the description box down below. And I ran through with my artsy kind of gold putty and literally just dabbed it on with my finger. And that's how I achieved this look here. So all you'll want to do is, I'm using this liquid glue because it does come out a little bit thicker than a smaller little dauber size, because you want this to stay and you'll want it to go into all of those crevices that's created by the embossing folder. Make sure I have it on the right side here. And you want to pull it away a little bit from the crease because you want it to be able to close and not pucker. And that's also why I liked having the front layers a little bit larger than the actual card, which is, again, that's why you use the liquid glue, because you can move it around as much, because then this piece will meet up with the cover piece and be just slightly bigger than the card itself. There you have it. And then on the back side, stamp whatever logo you want. In my case, it is a G. And I did, again, the wax stamp, and that's how it would look like if you didn't have the time restraint that I had on my video. So there you have it. There is your Disneybounding Captain Hook mini Disneybounding card. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed this mini card series. Stay tuned for next week's video because, like I said, it will be another mini card version of a Peter Pan character, Disney's Peter Pan. Again, in the description box, I'm going to leave every item that I used, how to make it. So yeah, stay tuned for next week's video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!